Hey Bears fans, before we get into today's video of trade mailbag, you guys sent in a bunch of good ones. We'll get into them in just a sec, but first, I want you to like this video if you love the Chicago Bears. A lot of the folks in the office here at Chat Sports are like, Bears fans, they don't show out. They don't show out on your videos. They're just not the strongest fan base. I said, whoa, give me a chance. So let's get 900 likes on this video. That would set a record. I think the previous record's 872. So let's get to 900, but let's smash that. Let's get well over 1,000. But record would be 900, but I think we can do higher. So give this video a thumbs up and represent Bears Nation. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into today's video. Appreciate everybody submitting a trade on the community post. So let's go ahead and start with Joshua Gill's trade idea. Odell Beckham Jr. to the Bears in return for Anthony Miller, a 2021 second and a 2021 third. So a couple of things to break this one down here, Josh. Well, first of all, you're taking on a lot of money in OBJ, at least for this first year, so you would have to move some contracts around, probably cut a couple of players to free up enough cap space. But I will say this, Odell Beckham has zero dead cap after 2020, so you keep that in mind. The trade chatter around Beckham has been quiet the past couple of months after it, kind of ramping up at the beginning of the offseason for the second year in a row. I don't think the Browns are going to trade him. They are clearly investing on winning now. And let's be honest, his trade value probably isn't at peak level right now because he hasn't been quite as good the past couple of seasons. We know he comes with some locker room concerns at times, some chemistry issues, but he's a great player. There's no denying that. He's still been a 1,000-yard guy the past couple of years, but we haven't seen, 1,400-yard double-digit touchdown Odell Beckham since 2016. That's 4 seasons ago, guys. So I like him a lot, but do I want to trade young Anthony Miller and a couple of day 2 picks for him? For a guy with making $20-ish million per year? I don't know. I think it's a fair question to ask. So I'll ask you guys. Do you want Odell Beckham Jr. on the Bears? Type Y for yes, type N for no. The idea of pairing him with Allen Robinson is very intriguing. But overall, I don't know if I want to get Odell Beckham involved. I'm going to type my N for no. Let's go to Biff Hippopotamus's trade. I hope I got that right there. Interesting YouTube name. Jabril Peppers to the Bears in return for Adam Shaheen and a 2021 4th-round pick. A couple of things here, Biff. Adam Shaheen has no trade value, okay? He's probably going to get cut. Maybe you get a comp 7 for him. So basically, you're trading a 4th-round pick for Peppers. Peppers isn't worth the first, when he was selected in the first round a few years ago, but a 4th, he's still a good safety. He's got versatility as a defensive back, and he's an elite punt returner, too, if you choose to put him in that spot. So I think he's worth at least a day 2 pick. Now, I like him. He's the kind of box safety that would fit nicely next to Eddie Jackson, whereas Tayshaun Gibson is kind of just the second free safety back there. He's going to play strong, but neither Jackson or Gibson are quite as good in the box. Jackson's really good in the box, but he thrives as a free safety. So I don't think that Jabril Peppers for a day 3 pick is realistic. I think you would have to give up at least a 2nd or a 3rd. All right, we got the Bears deal of the day here. Lots of different Bears jerseys are available. When you go to this link, chatsports.com/Bears1, you can get veteran players. You can get rookie players. Now, here's the deal. If you order like a Cole Kmet jersey, for example, I know he's already decided his number, but Fanatics hasn't gotten the shipment yet, so you can basically pre-order it, and as soon as they get the A-OK from the NFL, they're going to ship you that jersey with the proper number. So go to chatsports.com/Bears1. Get yourself a new Bears jersey for the upcoming season. A lot of these are on sale as well. Chatsports.com/Bears1. Check the comments, check the description. The link will be in there for you guys. All right, NFL Productions trade has this. Jamal Adams coming to Chicago in return for Tarik Cohen and a pair of 2nd-round picks. Now, obviously, Jamal Adams' trade rumors are about to ramp up again because apparently Adams and the Jets are at a contract stalemate. He wants a new deal. The Jets say you got 2 years left on your rookie deal. They're not in a rush. He apparently is. Now, Adams is fantastic. He is worth a lot because while Peppers is a decent player, Jamal Adams is probably the best strong safety, if not the best safety in the NFL. Look at the sack production from the safety position. He's a good playmaker as well. He forces fumbles. He can intercept passes. He does it all from the strong safety position, and he would fit like a glove next to Eddie Jackson. Now, Tarik Cohen going the other way, sure, that's intriguing, Cohen in a couple of seconds, but I don't know what Cohen's trade value is right now. He wasn't good last year. Now, I think that's more of a result of the offense as a whole than Tarik Cohen declining as a player his third year in the NFL, but the explosion was gone, especially when you look at the receptions there. He had 8 more catches last year and like 200, almost 300 yards less receiving. That's bad. That's bad production from Tarik Cohen a year ago. So let's show you the trade again. Adams for Cohen in 2 seconds. Who wins this trade? Type B for Bears, type J for Jets. I think the Bears clearly win it because they don't have to give up a first, and Cohen has an expiring contract anyway. You may not bring him back after this year. So I'm typing my B for Bears. I don't think the Jets are trading Adams for anything less than a first-round pick. Let's talk about another elite defensive back, Stephon Gilmore. This trade comes from Andy Gamma. Gilmore to the Bears for, again, a couple of second-round picks. No Cohen in this trade, just 2 seconds. Now, Gilmore right now is more valuable than Jamal Adams, in my opinion. He is the best corner in the NFL, and corners are more valuable than safeties. Now, there's a couple things to consider. He's 29 years old. Adams is 24. Gilmore does have more money on his contract. I think it's like 2 years and $37 million left on his deal, which is still pretty good for Gilmore because he is the best in the league. The thing for the Patriots, you're probably thinking, why would they trade Gilmore and not get a first one? They've done weirder things in the past. The Patriots operate very weirdly at times, especially when it comes to trading players. This would probably be more of an in-season trade. Say the Patriots start off, 1-4 or something, and they're not going to do anything this year. Then maybe they trade Stephon Gilmore and try and get something for him as they concede that they're going into rebuild mode. 20 pass breakups, 6 picks. That would be a lot of fun on this Bears defense that is already loaded. You could take the pressure off Jalen Johnson. He could be a reserve type of player, be a rotation corner as a rookie. Fuller can be your number 2 outside guy with, Gilmore being your number 1 guy, the screen and the nickel there. That would be an explosive cornerback unit if you got Stephon Gilmore. I'm intrigued by it. I don't know if 2 second-round picks would get it done in the end. Maybe if it was an in-season trade. Pick a defensive back for me. Type G for Gilmore, type A for Adams. Lots to consider. Again, if you're in win-now mode, that 2 to 3 years, it's Gilmore because he's an elite cornerback. But Adams is 5 years younger. He's still on his rookie deal right now. He's cheaper at the moment. So there's a lot to consider. So add it all together. Type G for Gilmore or type A for Adams. And while you're doing that, why not subscribe to Chicago Bears Now? We're trying to get to 10,000 subs by June 15th. Got about 3.5 weeks. I think we need like 70 new subs a day. Lofty goal, but I trust you guys. I think we can get there. Easy way for us to get there. A, subscribe. B, share that link below. YouTube.com/Bears Now with all of your Chicago Bears friends. Say, hey, go subscribe to this guy. He does a lot of interactive Bears coverage, latest rumors, news, Q&As like this. Help us out. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers. All right, John Guillen's trade. Russell Wilson to the Bears for Mitchell Trubisky, a 2021 second and a 2021 fourth. This is obviously stemming from the report that came out last week that apparently Seattle tried to trade Wilson in 2018 to get the number 1 pick from Cleveland. How true is it? That's a little up for debate. I think they did pursue it. In the end, a trade did not happen. The problem now is with Russell Wilson's new contract, with him being the highest paid and the way it's structured, he's basically not tradable until 2022. The Seahawks would lose money if they trade him right now. That does on the salary cap. That makes no sense. And right now, the Bears can't take on his contract anyway. So it's irrelevant for right now. A couple years from now, that could change. Wilson's contract becomes more tradable, and the Bears have more cap space. And look, Mitchell Trubisky, do the Seahawks want him? I don't think so. Seattle's not trading Wilson right now. This would be more of 2 years from now, Trubisky's gone. It hasn't worked out. Wilson's getting a little bit older. Maybe Seattle's willing to trade their franchise quarterback and get some value. Obviously, at that point, Trubisky wouldn't be involved in the trade, but I'm intrigued by Russell Wilson in Chicago. That's for damn sure. The problem is it just can't really happen right now. NFL Geek 25's trade is this, and we've kind of seen similar ones to this before, an OJ Howard for Tarik Cohen swap with a couple of, day 3 picks in there. It makes some sense, right? Because Tom Brady likes throwing to small, quick running backs who can catch the football. That's Tarik Cohen. And they also have 3 tight ends down in Tampa Bay, 3 starting caliber tight ends, and Gronk, OJ Howard, and Cameron Brate. there's a lot of debate out there to whether or not they're going to trade Howard or Brate, because you can get value for one of those guys, and you're probably not going to do a lot of 3 tight end sets. Now, OJ Howard's younger than Brate. He's better. That's who we're talking about here. I love the idea of bringing him into Chicago. Now, you drafted Cole Kmet. You got Jimmy Graham. You might be thinking, we don't need another tight end. Jimmy Graham's not a long-term answer. For this year and maybe next year, can he help you? Absolutely. He'll provide veteran leadership. I think he has some red zone value. But OJ Howard and Cole Kmet could grow as a 2 tight end tandem for years to come. That's exciting to me. Let's not just forget the fact that the Bears tight end group last year, absolutely horrendous. So if they want to explore an OJ Howard trade, I am absolutely in on that. Should the Bears trade for OJ Howard? Type T for trade, type D for don't. Go ahead and cast your votes down in the comments. If the package is right and the Bucs are willing to do it, why not? I say type T for trade. JTGAMING'S trade, Buster Skrine to Dallas for a 2021 4th-round pick. He put a 4th-round comp pick. We don't know what the comp picks are right now, so I just put a 4th. I don't think you're getting a 4th for Skrine. Now, he's an above-average nickel. He's a decent player, and nickels are more valuable than they used to be, but a 4th for him, I don't really know if you're going to get that. I think it's more of a 5th or a 6th. Now, Chicago, especially since he's only got this last year on his contract, Chicago drafted Duke Shelley last year. You got Kendall Vilder this year. So they got guys they can turn to at nickel. So it makes sense from Chicago's side to try and get something for Skrine. I just don't think you're going to get a 4th for him. I think if you could get a 5th, that's something worth exploring, because the Bears haven't had a ton of draft capital in the last couple of years since the Khalil Mack trade. So if you can get more draft picks, especially for a guy who might walk after this year, I think that's definitely worth it. Now, from Dallas' side of things on whether or not they would do it, sure, their cornerbacks aren't great, but they need outside corners. Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis, they're both really nickels. They drafted Trevon Diggs. They got Chidobe Awuzie. Chido's not very good. They really could upgrade at the outside corner spot, and that is not what Buster Skrine is going to bring to the table. So it's an intriguing idea, JT. I don't think Dallas is going to give up a 4th for an above-average nickel. I think you would be looking at more of a 5th or a 6th round pick for Buster Skrine, and probably to a different team.